Hello, it's Mark Holmes, the editorial director of the aerospace group of Via Satellite magazine. I'm at the Gaylord Convention Center for Satellite 2016. I'm delighted to be joined by Andrey Kirillovich, the director of integration and projects at RSCC. He's also a Via Satellite advisory board member. Andrey, 2015 was a really important year for RSCC. You launched, I think, 6 satellites. Can you sort of quantify those achievements and where that positions RSCC for the future?
Thank you, Mark. Yes, indeed. Since satellite show in 2015, RSCC had 4 successful launches. 6 satellites started commercial operation since then. And the initial rollout plan that we set out for ourselves in the beginning of the year, and which seemed too good to be true, was finally implemented by us at 100%. RSCC ended 2015 with 6 new satellites in orbit, and the total fleet of ours was 13 satellites, providing almost global coverage from Europe across Atlantics and to Latin America and to Africa, Middle East, and further to Russia and Europe. These new satellites helped us, first of all, to satisfy the requirements of our domestic customers willing to expand their networks locally in Russia, then to increase RSCC presence at our traditional foreign markets like Europe and Middle East, and to grow into new geographical regions like Sub-Saharan Africa, Latin America and South Asia. Dedicated regional footprints and well-developed marketing strategy helped us to and made it possible to start loading the new satellites from day one, immediately after the launch, with new customers, and despite the fact that we've been a new player in some of these regions. So as a result, we have a very well-balanced portfolio of commercial and government customers, foreign and domestic networks, as well as value-added services. And as a result, so our outstanding achievements are RSCC, I would say, dynamic growth has been acknowledged by the industry. Mm-hmm. We've been awarded a special nomination as a Best Regional Operator of the Year at the Satellite Finance Summit in Paris last September.
Okay. There's obviously a lot of new capacity coming online. There's big topics on LEO, MEO, sort of GEO. From an RSCC perspective, bringing all this new capacity online, where do you see the market going, and where do you see RSCC fitting in?
Well, oh yes, we do feel this pressure like the rest of the industry, and as one of the oldest satellite operators in the world, we understand, RSCC understand the need to change. And our unique expertise gained by the company during the 48 years of operation at the forefront of satellite industry, also their team of professionals and the very solid customer base of our customers also willing to change with us. All this gives us a unique opportunity and chance to diversify revenue streams. So we're doing this by moving to new regions, expanding, increasing our service portfolio, the service portion of our business, and going beyond traditional geo business. We continue moving down the vertical chain in providing services to the following sectors like enterprise, consumer, mobility, and broadcast. We also, for example, in 2015, we launched our proprietary K-band consumer broadband network for the east of Russia, and the west of Russia is to follow this year, 2016. We also constantly expand our maritime service offering for the vessels floating through the Arctic waters between Europe and Asia. Besides that, we also extend the reach of our media distribution platform for broadcasters, which delivers any kind of media content to any TV screen in the country. And also, as I said before, we also moved to new fast-growing regions, which are, I would say...
Which of those regions would you sort of highlight as?
So I would say that this is Sub-Saharan Africa, a very promising region. It's a lot of pricing pressure, and but again, that has got a lot of opportunities. And we have already filled our C-band and Ku-band beams with the new customers, so we're very happy with that. And now we're expanding with the new satellite Express M8 to Latin America. And the final point I would like to tell, how we diversify the revenue, because now it's a real big topic about all these LEOs and MEOs. RSCC has got quite ambitious plans to launch a high elliptical orbit satellite constellation to provide service for comms on the move customers and at high altitude, just to supplement our K-band HTS offering in Russia. So as you see, RSCC is looking into the future with great potential and optimism.
And just one sort of final question, in terms of sort of broadband, what do you see as sort of the broadband opportunity for RSCC?
The broad opportunities, we started developing broadband first with our western part of Russia, with the European part, where the demand is still great. Yep. And then we now developing our own proprietary network. So actually we see the additional opportunities. We don't see any cannibalization of Ku band by K. On the contrary, we see that now we have more opportunities. We can obtain new customers, which could never dream about just buying the satellite modem or satellite broadband before. So it's a bit differs in terms of different parts of the country. For example, 5,000 consumer broadband users, they consume the same amount of bandwidth as, for example, less than 1,000 on the east of Russia. So there are some differences, but anyway, we see a lot of potential for it.
Andrey, thank you very much, and I wish you and RSCC best of luck with those plans going forward.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.